Hey everybody, it's Jody from sensingangels.com. Hope you are all well and welcome and thank you for joining us here today for what is going to be a reading for the collective to start off with. Then we'll move into answering some of your questions. So if you're on Facebook and you see a live icon up in the corner in a red box, that means we are live. If that red box with live in it is not up there, then you're watching a replay. So we will get started with a general reading for the collective. So this is for everyone to start with. So hold off on your questions for a little while until we get through some of the collective readings. And then I'll go through and answer some of your questions. If you ask your question now, then it's highly unlikely that I will see it later on. So what we're going to start with, we're going to ask the question, what does Spirit want you to understand and know at this time? And we're going to be using the Alice in Wonderland oracle to get our topic. And then we're going to use the Psychic Tarot for some clarity cards around that. So I'm just going to draw a card now. This reading is for the collective. Okay. Hello, everybody. And hopefully I can keep my voice through this because I've had a bit of a cold. Right. So we're going to get a subject, get a topic from the Alice in Wonderland Oracle cards for us to start with. Again, this is a reading for the collective. It's 8:32 p.m. here, Misty. Okay, so we've got, you can't go back to yesterday, be in the present. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see that. That's our topic, okay? You can't go back to yesterday. And I always think, like, there's a reason why the rear view mirror is so small. It's because we should be looking forward through that window to see everything. I can hear myself talking on my volume. Okay, so let's get some clarity cards around that. All right, you can't go back to yesterday. Be in the present. And I think that's a good reminder for everyone. This is a reading for the collective. And I'm just going to get some clarity cards on this. Okay. I'm going to get 3 and that one. I've got 2 very strong cards to start out with. 11 a.m. in Ireland, and it was 6 a.m. somewhere else. So it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening. All right, just one more card. Oops, and it's like hanging out there. So I think I might go with that one. And it's another strong card. Wow. All right, so let's just go back. And this is what does Spirit want you to understand? What do they want you to know right now? And our topic card is you can't go back to yesterday. Be in the present. Okay, and now I've drawn 3 clarity cards, and they're all strong cards. We've got disruption, temptation, and awareness. Okay, so what this is telling me for you guys out there, and just take what resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, then it's not for you. That's fine. The next one might be. But if it resonates with you, just take what resonates. All right. So I think what Spirit's trying to say is that in the past, you've allowed things to really disrupt your present moment. Things that have happened to you are affecting you now. And you might be tempted to sort of focus on those things And if you focus on those things, then you're bringing them into the present moment. You need to let them go and release them. Let them stay in the past. Take the positive learnings from those experiences to help you move forward. And then again, we've got awareness. Have awareness of the situation. Accept and acknowledge the situation as it's been. But know that today, in this moment, it's up to you on how you respond to that. So it's good to have awareness of those sort of things, but what you need to focus on is the positive learnings from those experiences and take them forward so you can make different choices. Okay, so if you're dwelling on the past and you're holding on to that, then you're keeping it there. Okay, if you feel stuck for a reason, if you feel stuck because something has happened in the past and you're just like, I can't move forward, it's because you're focusing so much on that moment. You need to let it go. You need to be in the present moment. And there's something that I tell myself and I tell my clients is that every day is an opportunity for new things. So start every day new. All right. Every day is a new beginning. All right. You just need to choose what it is that you want it to be. So rather than focusing on things in the past that you can't change the yesterdays, you can only change the tomorrows. Okay. So that's the main message here for this collective reading at the moment, is to really focus on the present and continue to move forward. And again, the clarity cards are awareness, and we've got a 1 here as well, which is also around new beginnings. Okay, completing cycles and moving forward. So there may have been disruptions in the past that we're basically saying, live in the present moment, let go of the yesterdays. All right, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to get some more cards. Let me just pop those ones back in there. Hi everyone, it's great to be back. I haven't done one of these for a while. Things have been crazy, so I'm just going to grab some different decks here and do another general collective reading. So we're going to use the Oracle of Unicorns cards, and we're going to get a topic from those. Again, this is for the collective. We'll take some questions a little later on. So just take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, that's fine. One of the other readings might resonate for you. I've missed you guys too. Thank you. Okay, I'm just having a quick scroll at comments. Oh, hugs and love to everyone as well. Thank you. Okay, so again, let's focus on what Spirit wants you to understand and know at this time. So we're going to get a topic card from the Unicorn Oracles. And then we got one that's jumped out, so we'll take that one. And then we'll get some clarity around that with some tarot. Okay, so we've got Sanctuary. Take time out from the world. Spend more time alone, meditate, or go on retreat. Okay, so let's get some more cards on that and see what our message is. And I've had one flip over straight away. All right, I'm just going to grab 3 cards. Interesting. Wow. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Wow, this is really interesting. So we've got the Sanctuary card that says take time out from the world, spend more time alone, meditate, or go into retreat. All right, that's our topic. And the clarity cards that have come through, and we've got the waiting game, okay, and emotional withdrawal. Sorry if you can't see those. And also conflict and defeat. So what all of these cards are telling me right now is that it's really time to take a step back. All right, it's time to take a step back and reflect on what's been happening around you. Allow yourself that time. Don't try to rush through things, okay? I mean, you've got waiting game and emotional withdrawal. And as you're doing that, you're probably having this inner argument with yourself around that, fighting the need to move forward. But sometimes we need to sit there in a moment, in our quiet moment, and really truly move through all the negative chatter that we have in our head to be able to switch our focus onto a more positive light. And rather than rushing forward and trying to sort of make that happen without being prepared for it to move forward, you really need to, what's the word that I'm looking for? I guess what I'm trying to say is that don't try to rush forward. It's okay to take your time to work through things. Spend some time with yourself, whether it's going for a walk, meditating, things like that, to really go within, okay? Go within. Because there's some change coming around that inner chatter that you've been having, that negative self-talk. There is some change moving away from that. Okay, you're going to be moving more towards the light. That negative chatter is you're going to leave that behind. All right. What else have we got here? It's a really, I guess, telling you to, take that time, take your time to yourself. All right, work through the inner conflict that you have, do some meditation, go for a walk, and just sort of be and release that stuff that's happening around you. Take a moment for yourself. All right, don't rush through it. That's the message. That is the message. Okay, let's move on to a quick relationship reading for the collective. Again, just take what resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, then it's not for you, but one of the other readings might be. All right, so let me just change this. All right, so we're going to be getting our relationship topic from the Romance Angels, and we're going to get some clarity around that topic with a psychic love tarot. After this one, we'll move into some individual questions. Yeah, thanks for all your comments, everybody. I'm glad that it's resonating for some of you, and I hope it helps. Okay. So let's get a topic card for relationships. What does Spirit want you to know and understand about a relationship? For those who are watching at the moment. Hi, everyone. It's good to see everybody from all around the world. I'm actually in Australia as well. Okay, so for the collective, let's choose a card. Okay, we've got our topic. And romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So let's get some clarity messages around that, shall we? Oops, that one. Just grab out 3 cards and we'll see what the message is for you. Colorado. Oh, had one jump out, so we'll take that one. It's looking good so far. Right. One more. That one. Okay, so just reflect on our topic. We've got romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And the clarity cards that have come through are coming, oh, can't really see that too well. It says, coming together. And we've also got moving on and dreams come true. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab another card for a bit more clarity on the moving on situation. Because we have romantic feelings coming together and dreams coming true. I mean, that's all quite positive cards around if you're wanting to know about a relationship, sort of whether it's going to work out or whether you're going to come together with someone, then all of those cards are saying yes. But then we've got the moving on card. So I just want a little bit more clarity around what that is. Okay, we've got manifest. So that moving on card is based around you manifesting new beginnings. So for things to come together, okay, in this situation, and for dreams to come true, there we go, you need to continue to move forward and manifest what it is that you want. Okay, and I'm reminded of actually some of the messages in the previous collective reading around living in the present moment, letting go and releasing things of the past that you've been holding on to. And I think sort of when we do collective readings like this, there's always that possibility of, you know, a bit of each message or a bit of each reading coming through to combine into a full message for people. It has a bit of a theme. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Catherine, I'm glad you can hear me on YouTube. I'm actually simultaneously broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook at the moment, trying out a new feature. So hello to all our YouTubers, hello to all our Facebookers. And if you're on Facebook, look for the little red live icon up in the corner to make sure that you're not watching a replay. Okay, so go. Oh, goodness. It's no fun having a cold. All right. So romantic feelings coming together, dreams coming true, moving on and manifesting. So I think what this is saying is that if you are single at the moment, then it is time for you to move forward. It is time for you to put out there in the universe and manifest that perfect person that you want. Okay, don't settle for anything less. Okay, you really need to, I guess, tick a lot of the boxes, and once you've found someone that ticks the boxes, move towards that. Okay, manifest that. It's like writing out your menu of what you would like a person to be. So For example, if you went to a restaurant, you would read the menu and find out what you would like, and then you would go for that. So write your own menu for your relationship of what you would like and manifest that. Okay, it's time to move forward. It's time to release and move away from things that have not served you in the past. Okay, once you do that, once you release those things, you can then move forward and new things will come to you. Like if you're holding on to old stuff, there is no room for new stuff. Okay, so how is new romance or relationships or even friendships or anything like that going to come to you if your hands are full of everything else that you no longer need? So let that go. Let that go. So yeah, again, for some of you, it's a very positive message of relationships moving forward, coming together more, and dreams coming true. It's very positive in that sense. And for others, it's a little bit about releasing the past and manifesting the person that you want to come forward, because they are out there and they will come to you. So put that positive energy out there for whatever circumstances that you're in at the moment. All right, let's move on, shall we? Hello, everybody. Thank you for all the comments. We are now going to move towards general questions. Now, I won't be able to read everybody, okay? I just will grab a few that I'm drawn to, and hopefully my voice lasts out for a little while so I can get through some. So I will take questions now, and it doesn't matter whether you are on YouTube or Facebook, I will see your questions. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to go through people in chronological order. And we're doing psychic questions. Oh, and I've had a card jump out, so I'm not quite sure who this card is for. So let's have a look if it resonates with you. Interesting. I did just read Diane Wick's message that will my dad find peace soon? And the card that jumped out is emotional loss. The first thing that comes to mind, now I'm not quite sure who this message is for, so if it resonates with you, then yes, it's for you, and if it doesn't resonate with you, then it's not for you. There's a change coming around emotional loss. I feel like that there is something not being heard, or someone is not listening. It's very unsure kind of energy around it, and there is I think a little fear around change, or fear around that loss, or of letting go. But it's kind of like a spiral effect. Like things will go around and start to move, I guess, a little bit slower and spread more clearly, or things will become more clear so that you'll be able to see. I feel like there is a male energy around this, and I just feel like this person is almost trying to avoid moving forward. They're like holding themselves in that position. I also find that interesting because many of the messages I just went through for the collective also reflected that. So I'm not quite sure who that message is for, but if you can take that, very good. Okay, let's move on to a question from YouTube from Ms. Shante, just for some general guidance. comes up for you. All right. Wow. I just shuffled the deck several times and I've pulled out the same card that I had previously. So I wonder if that message was for you, Nishante. If you can relate to that message, let me know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another card. Now, whether it's going to be a new message for you or some clarity on that one, I'm not sure, but we'll see what comes up. Okay. This one. Balance. Now, I wonder if this is in relation to, sorry, I'm just going to try and see if this works. Okay, that way we know who I'm responding to. So, yeah, balance. And the first thing that comes to mind is around relationships. Now, I don't know whether it's a partner or family, friends, things like that, but I feel like you almost need to sort of take a moment and get a bit of perspective around a relationship and find balance in that relationship or those relationships. I feel like you're trying to do too much. You might be feeling a little bit exhausted. Yeah, I just get the sense that I need to tell you that you're trying to do too much and perhaps take a step back or focus on your balance, okay, and not necessarily I just feel like the imbalance is coming from giving too much to others or making others more of a priority than yourself. You need to sort of bring that back to you and find your balance a little bit more, okay? So I hope that message resonates with you. Thank you. Okay. Christine, any money coming soon? I think we all want it to rain money from the sky. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Let's see what comes up. Money coming soon. What do you want to tell us? Wisdom. The first thing that comes to mind in relation to this is planning. Okay. There is change coming, and I do believe that it is going to be positive change. So, but I do think that you need to be careful. You need to think about things carefully and plan things. And if you're unsure about anything, then speak to somebody who knows or can advise you around that. But I do see that there is change in your situation coming soon, and it looks positive. Hope that helps, Christine. Okay. Let's grab another question. Again, I'm not going in any particular order. Sorry, Michelle Walker. I don't do readings around health. Yeah, Glendra, I'm not going to do a reading on your situation. I just wanted to give you a little bit of advice around your question. Now you ask, I feel like there is a spirit in my house and maybe attached to my son. Should I be worried about it? Is it negative or positive? I think you need to listen to your own intuition on that. And the card, I've just had a card jump out for you there that says hope and light. So to me, this is a positive situation. It's not a negative situation in answer to your question, because that just kind of leaked out as I was talking to you. So I don't believe it's a negative spirit that's in your house. Okay. I mean, really need to listen to your intuition. You have intuition. Everybody has psychic abilities. They're just at different levels. And the more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. And you will know within yourself whether it's good, bad, or otherwise, as long as you're not basing it on fear. If you're unsure and you have fear because you don't know and things like that, then it's highly likely that it's not a negative energy, because if it's based on fear, that's your own stuff coming up. Yeah, I guess my advice to you would be to, if you are concerned about it, to sage your house. I'm not sure if I've got on the page a note on that, but you can have a look on YouTube on how to cleanse your home with sage, and that will help just cleanse the energy of the house and help remove any negative energy from the area. So I hope that helps. Okay, so let's just scroll through here. Okay, Vicky, let's have a look. I'll grab some relationship cards here. Wondering if my adult daughter and I can heal our relationship. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know about your situation. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay, so we've got giving and receiving. So that tells me straight up that it goes both ways. All right. Both of you are going to have to make an effort in this situation to move forward. There is someone in this relationship that feels isolated. I get the sense that this might actually be you, that the energy around this is that you feel like you're being left out of a situation, or you're not being told things, and you're aching for things to change around that situation. It's like you're on the outside looking in. Does that resonate with you, Vicky? I'll just scroll down here. If I do pull a card for you, please jump on and let me know whether I am on track for you or not, because that way I know whether to focus in on that energy and get more from it, or to move on from it. So I'm with Vicky at the moment. And I'm just going to, okay. So observe has jumped out for you. So I think it's, what it's saying here is that there needs to be some time. Need to take things slowly. Things will change, or there's hope for things to change, but ultimately it's going to come down to you both working at this together. But you might have to wait for a time that it is appropriate to do so. Thanks, Vicky. What else can I get from this? Wheels are turning, like there's a lot going on in either your or her mind thinking about the situation, or probably both. Probably both. I think with time things will improve. It's just going to take some time. It might be slow. There is change coming. You both need to work together on this to come to a mutual agreement around things, like a mutual agreement to agree to work on it, if that makes sense. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Who will be next? Emily, what message do I need to hear right now? I need a clearer message from my guides. The first thing that comes to mind is new beginnings of loving yourself. Okay, now when I say new beginnings of loving yourself, it's like it's really time to focus within. And again, this message has come through a lot tonight in these readings. It's love yourself. Like, you know, you're out there focusing on everybody else all of the time, and you really need to pour back into your own pot, if that makes sense. Like, you really need to focus back on yourself and give yourself an opportunity to begin something anew. Okay, let's see what else. Yep. So once you do that, things are going to start moving forward very quickly. All right, I feel like it's going to be a bit of a whirlwind. Like, there's going to be a number of things that are going to happen for you, but you need to really come back to making yourself a priority in this situation. Okay. All right, thank you. Let's move on. Just grab a few more. I've got lots of interesting questions, guys. Thanks for popping them through. I'm sorry I can't get to all of them, and I have a feeling I'm going to lose my voice soon. Okay. I've just had a card fall out randomly. I'm not looking at anyone in particular. So this may resonate with you. It may resonate with a few people, or it may not resonate with anyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, then it's not for you. And we have positive movement forward. Okay, sail ahead. This is for somebody who has, I feel like there's been some excitement around a new idea, and you've been wondering whether or not to move towards that or go get it, go do it. To me, this card is a message to that person or persons out there that it is definitely time to reach forward and go for it. It is a great time for you to move forward, to sail ahead and out into the sunset. So I hope that resonates to some of you out there. Okay. I'm just trying to grab another message. Okay. Thank you for all the comments, people. Let's have a look at Cindy Jennings. Cindy, our family is going through some changes with our daughter and some recent decisions being made. Do you see anything for us on this? Well, let's see what comes up. It's not always what we want to come up when we're dealing with tarot. It's usually what you need to hear rather than what you want to hear. Okay, I've had like 4 cards jump out, so I'm going to have a bit of a look at these and see what the story is for you, Cindy. You've got firm foundation, partnerships and alliances, victory and success, and passion ignited. Okay. really, I think what the core message is with all of these cards is that it's like you've done the groundwork, you've worked hard at this, or you've worked hard at something, and it's going to pay off. I feel as if that you have support from other people, whether it's your partner, friends, family. They're standing by you, and that's helping to give you strength. The clouds will clear, and things will be obviously more positive for you, because that's in the victory and success. You can see that the clouds are clearing there, and the sun is coming through. And of course, we've got passion ignited. I feel like this is also in relation to something new that is coming in, that's saying that it's really going to, I guess, get things moving for you in new ways. Like there's a change happening, and it's a positive change. So it's all looking quite good for you there, Cindy. Okay. Where shall we go next? I will go back through messages later on as well. I'm glad you resonated with that, Diane. Okay, Maria, let's grab your question here. I'm waiting on some personal news. Will I get it anytime soon? Let's see what comes up for you. All right. Oh. Okay, so I've got change coming. I feel like, in a sense, some of your thoughts are bringing you down. Okay, I feel like you're avoiding something. You're avoiding, you sort of, I feel like you're dragging yourself back a little bit. But you need to be reminded that those things that you worry about, that you're challenged about, that you're allowing to sort of pull yourself back away from moving forward, if you were to release those, and it goes back to like the collective readings before, I think, as well, in releasing the old stuff so that you can move forward. It's like once you do that, you're going to have a lot more opportunities that are going to present itself to you. I feel like once you can release some of those blockages that you have, it'll make it easier for you to see more clearly around moving forward. I think once you can release that stuff, things will start moving forward for you very quickly. It also comes back to loving yourself more, and there will be some positive things happening around financial or material changes, but you do have some changes that are in the works, I guess you could say. Okay, so this is the card that I was referring to in relation to holding yourself back, pulling yourself back. Then we had the universe card, which is like, you know, there's so many things out there, in a sense, that you can use, grab, enjoy. If you were to put that energy out there into the universe, that positive energy out there, then that positive energy will come back to you, if that makes sense. Whereas if you're holding yourself in that lower energy and you're sad about things, and things are challenging you in different ways, then it's going to be a little bit more challenging for you to sort of to see the light, to see those positive things, and to move forward. It really comes back to loving yourself and refilling yourself with that positive positive everything. Now, whether that comes from you, from friends, from other people, or from activities that you do, from meditation, or whatever that might be for you, I think it's a little bit of it's a message around sort of finding those things that you do enjoy. Do more of those things so it helps refill the love that you have within yourself. Okay, so I hope that helps. Okay, we'll grab a couple more. Grab a couple more. Is there like something flying around my head? I keep catching something on the video, but not necessarily near me. Anywho, okay. Consuela, will my husband ever understand what I need for him? Let's grab the relationship cards. Oh, just had a card jump out that's just breathe. Just breathe. You have a lot of positive, supporting, spiritual energy around you. Tap into that a little bit more. Will my husband ever understand what I need from him? And I've had a card drop out, and we've got confront. So I think what comes to mind in this situation, now I'm not sure whether you have confronted him about the situation, and please let me know if I'm on track or not, so I know whether to focus my energy on that more to move forward, or it is that you need to have an open and honest discussion with him to help him understand what it is that you want from him. I believe that he might be challenged with his inner child. What do I mean by that? I feel as if he's almost ignoring his inner child somewhat. Perhaps he's a little bit too serious about a situation. I'm just going to grab another card for some bit more clarity around that. If you can let me know if I'm on track or not so I know which direction to go, that'd be fantastic. So I'm just going to grab one more card just for a bit more clarity on the confront. And we've got healing. Healing begins. Healing begins. So I think it's around healing can only begin once, I believe, he confronts what it is that he's got going on inside himself. I feel as if that you need to listen a little bit more to what it is that he's actually trying to say, so that you can both come to a mutual understanding of communication. Okay. I feel like it's a bit kind of, you're both being stubborn at the moment. It's like he's got his way of thinking, you've got your way of thinking, and you're just kind of banging heads in the middle. So I feel like you both need to stop and listen to each other a little bit more, like hear both sides of the story, so then you can have a conversation around how you can both work together to move forward through that situation. And I think there might be a little bit more on you to actually just sort of hang back and just breathe a little bit, all right? Just calm the emotions a little bit, and I guess use your intuition a little bit more to kind of delve a little bit deeper into what's going on for him, because perhaps there's some hidden things going on for him that's being reflected outwardly by his reaction of things. Okay, so yeah, there's some healing that needs to be done around the situation. My suggestion is that you take a step back and breathe a little bit and maybe look at the situation from a different angle, and take look at it from a different angle and really sort of get in touch with your own intuition and sort of put your emotions aside a little bit so that you can look a little bit deeper as to potentially what might be going on for him to make him react the way that he is. So it's a two-way street. And yeah, good luck with that. Thank you. Okay. Where do we go next? Oh, that's great. Understand. That helps a lot. Thank you so much. All right. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, let's do another scroll. Might just grab one more or two more. No, I said two more before, but where do I need to go? Where do we need to go? Where do we need to go? Okay. Oops. So there's a few repeating messages from people. We got Cindy. Oh, this is in response to the reading I did before. Yes, we have a lot of support, which is wonderful. Passion, definitely, because it's all for the love of our daughter and new decision for medication. Glad it looks like this may have been a good change of path for her and things will balance out. Thank you. Really needed to hear this morning. Thanks, Cindy. That's great to hear. Okay, Shari Van Dalen. Shari. Okay. We might make your question the last question, I think. If hopefully you're still around. I feel lost regarding many things. When can I see change happen? First thing that comes to mind, and it might sound harsh, is that change comes when you decide that change will come. Of course, it comes when we least expect it as well, but that's usually just to push us in the direction that we need to go. Let's see what comes out in the cards for you. I'll come back to you in a minute, Nadine. Oh, okay, I've had a card jump out, so let's have a look at that. It's happening soon. Shari, it's happening soon. When can I see change happen? And we've got accelerated motion. So I think that one responds to your question quite well. When things start to happen, they will happen quickly. So any waiting that you might be experiencing will be teaching you patience in moving forward and giving you time to really look at the things that you've experienced to help you take the positive learnings from those to help you move forward. And once you can, I guess, release some of the challenges that you've had, then you will start to move forward very quickly. I hope that helps. Okay, chickadee. We got. Could you provide any guidance on my career moving forward? Well, the first thing that comes to mind is around being specific about what it is that you actually want. So what that tells me is that you are still seeking some clarity around which ways to move forward. I feel as if you have a lot of ideas, like a lot of things going on in your mind, but there's a lot of busy in your thinking, but not necessarily I was going to say, like, not enough focus on what it is that you want, like the outcome that you want. It's like there's too many things. And it's almost like you're trying to do so many things at once. So that in actual fact slows down the progress of moving forward, because you've got your hand in too many pies, if that makes sense. So if you were to narrow that down a little bit and get some focus and some clarity around, you know, the top 3 things that you think are going to give you the most value, and you were to focus on those things and put your energy into those things, then you're going to get bigger results, like you're going to get better results. Anyway, that's just what came to me before I even grabbed a card. So hopefully that resonates with you. So let's see what we've got. Well, intuition, all right. I know this is strong with you. And again, what I see when I look at this card is her focus. All right. It's almost like it's like tunnel vision focus on here, the way that she's looking or gazing at. I mean, it's almost like she's got her eyes closed because she's just focused. So I think that is the main message of guidance for you at the moment, is that focus. All right, cool, very good. I'm glad you can relate to that. Thanks, Sharon. Glad you feel so much better. Okay, I'm going to go to Leanne here. If you feel lost lately, am I on the right path? I keep seeing 555. Well, Leanne, 555 is significant change, and it could be that you're feeling lost at the moment because things are about to change dramatically. But yeah, there's big change on the way. And I mean, change is always positive, even when it's negative, if that makes sense. Because when big changes like this happen, it's pushing you into the direction that you need to go. Now, it could be good, bad, or otherwise, but it will be significant, whatever it is, because that's what it's going to take to shift your direction to where you need to go. Okay. So yeah, that lost feeling is almost the lull before the storm kind of thing. But don't sit back and wait and anticipate the change, all right? Because if you're sitting back doing nothing, then one, it's either going to be more dramatic, or it's going to come as a big shock and surprise because you've kind of been waiting for it, or you've been holding back. You need to continue to move forward. Okay, you need to continue to move forward. Keep moving. Don't stop and stall. Now, even if you feel like you're a little bit lost and you're not sure which way to move forward, just keep moving. And we've got New Beginnings has just dropped out of the deck as I was shuffling there for you. So that just validates basically what I just said about your situation, Leanne. So you've got some new beginnings coming. You've got change coming. Okay. Thanks, Leanne. Oh, goodness. Where are we? Jenny, let's pull a quick card for you. Rebecca Ardle, you're saying that you're going through a divorce and you feel really lost. So are you feeling lost emotionally, or what sort of situation are you feeling lost in? Like just lost wanting a relationship, or give me a little bit more clarity so I can focus in for you a bit. Jenny, sorry, Jenny. What have we got for Jenny? Jenny. What about your job situation, Kathy? Oh, okay. Jenny, we've got emotional withdrawal for you. Now, what comes to mind when I first looked at this card for you is not so much in the sense of that you're emotionally withdrawn, but more so that you need to take some time out for yourself to go within with your thoughts, meditation. I believe that if you can do that, there's infinite possibilities for you moving forward. There's also a message here to reach out. Okay, so whether it's reaching out to ask for some help and assistance from somebody, or just got reaching out. What else? Tranquility comes to mind. I think it's almost about sort of taking yourself to the beach, or taking yourself somewhere that you can sort of really sit and enjoy the tranquility of where you are and go within. Okay, time for yourself is the message I'm getting for you at the moment. Thanks, Leanne. Okay, so I'm going to do Kathy, Rebecca, and Mad Squirrel Julie, and then I'm going to finish up. So Kathy, job has been extremely stressful and affecting me physically. Time for a change, or stick it out. Well, automatically I would say time for a change. If it's that toxic that it's making you sick, then you need to move on. Let's see. Patience. I'm just going to grab another one for some clarity there. Love begins, so new beginnings. Inner strength. Okay. What have I got here for you? Has there been a new job or a new position that you've been looking at, Kathy? Or a new direction that you've been thinking about taking? I feel as if like the card is patience, but what I get from this is like planting the seed and watching it grow. And that's why I ask those questions, because it feels as if that there is a spark of interest within you for something else or somewhere else. And I think that this card is saying that you need to go within, like fill your own cup. All right, fill your own cup. And I've got spiritual strength, which is why I said it's like it's going within and sort of, you know, within yourself what it is that you want to do. But I feel like there's some fear around making the move that's holding you back. But it's time for that cycle to change. It's time to move forward. It's time to spin the wheel of fortune and move forward. It's about the closing off of a cycle. So it's time to close off that cycle. It's time to close off that negative stuff. Okay. There's 10. It's like a cycle. So, all right. I feel like there's other stuff around this. Sure, your current situation is around this job. It's a toxic environment, and you need to move away from that. Okay, but you also need to plan it out a little bit more. But what I'm getting from this is that there's other things that have happened before this that have brought you to this time. There's like that you're completing a cycle. And I've noticed this for a number of people at the moment, that they're sort of kind of looping around or feel like they're sort of going back to something that they've experienced before. And they have some fear associated around repeating that cycle. But what it's actually signifying is that it's time to end that cycle. It's showing you those things again for a reason, so that you can deal with it differently this time around and take off and change to a different direction and start a new cycle. Hope that makes sense for you, Kathy. Okay. All right, so we're going to do Mad Squirrel Julie and Rebecca, and then we're going to finish up. Those who have joined the replay, when we finish that, there's there's 3 collective readings at the start of this video that you can go back and watch once the live is finished. You know the live has finished when the little red box with live in it is no longer showing in the top corner. So Julie, what are we providing you guidance on? Let's see what comes up. I don't know why yet, but I've got impatience coming to mind. And if you're around, Julie, please let me know so I know whether I'm on track or not, so I can put more energy into that or move on to different things. What have we got for Julie? That one. Well, this card has come up so many times tonight, it's ridiculous. So we've got love begins. And it's been a big theme for a number of people, and I'm pretty sure that even those that haven't had readings probably resonate with some of the things that I've said to others. If you resonate to something I have said to somebody else, then yes, that is for you too. Now, what's this card telling me for you, Julie? I feel as if you've been pouring yourself out. You've been draining yourself. You've been filling up everybody else's cup. and not necessarily filling up your own, but really badly wanting to fill up your own or do your own thing. It's almost like some of that impatience might be around, or frustration around sort of everybody sort of wanting something from you at the moment. And I feel like it's got to be your choice to sort of say stop. It's got to be your choice to refill your cup first. I think there's some challenges around stepping forward or making a decision for you at the moment. But once you do make that decision and decide to move forward, then things will flow more freely. So I hope that makes sense to you, Julie. So let's go now to Rebecca. And this will be the last one, guys. Sorry. 111. Okay. So, Rebecca, just feeling stuck, stagnant. I want to move forward with my life, but don't know where to start. Sometimes we need to heal first before we can really move forward, Rebecca. I feel like you're sort of juggling a few things almost to try and keep yourself busy, but it's almost like a mindless juggle of things that you're just sort of doing to try and keep yourself busy so that you don't necessarily have to think or focus on your situation. What I'm getting is that it might be time to really look at and go through the feelings of that situation so that you can then release it. So the card that I've turned over for you is positive movement forward. So things are going to shift for you, but I feel as if it's going to be a slow sail. Okay, it's going to be a slow movement forward, a gradual movement forward. But I also feel as if it's going to be almost like a controlled movement forward. It's like you're not quite sure which way to go, but what I want to say to you is what is important is to just keep moving forward. Okay, keep moving forward. You in this picture, you're moving forward into the sun. Now, the sun is a very positive and rejuvenating energy. So, yeah. I'm just going to grab another card just to see if there's anything else that I want to clarify that with, or yeah. So we've got movement, choices, and decisions. And I think that is around getting yourself a little bit more balanced. Okay, like getting your energy centers balanced. If you're into that sort of thing, jump on YouTube and grab a chakra cleansing, balancing meditation and try that out, because I'm pretty sure that your energy centers are feeling a little clunky, and that means that energy is not flowing through you very smoothly or clearly at the moment because of the disruptions that those energy centers have had. So I think that's kind of important for you to get grounded and cleanse your energy centers. Yeah. Choices, decisions, and movement forward. You may not know what those are, but just continue to move forward. Continue to think positive thoughts. If you have any areas that keep coming up for you, causing emotions, then take a moment to look at those and ask yourself a question as to what it is about that situation that you think you might be experiencing those sort of things. And have an honest conversation with yourself as to what it is that you're looking at. And you might find that the advice that you can give yourself in those moments will also help you move forward. It will also help you to release some of those things that you've been stuck on. What have you got here, Rebecca? Thank you. I'm slowly healing. Just don't want to be stuck for a long time. No one does. No one does. But sometimes it's divine timing and you're stuck there as long as you need to be stuck there. Not necessarily how long you want to be stuck there, but more so how long you need to be stuck there. Because while you're stuck there, there'll be things that you will be learning along the way. Now, you may not realize that now, but you will realize it later. And you need to have patience for that. And, you know, sometimes I want to kill the person who made that word patience because it's always a big lesson for people around patience. And if you're a person that doesn't have patience, there's some point in your life that you're forced to have patience, to learn patience. And with each little bit, you get that a little bit better at it. So, yeah. Okay. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And hopefully I'll get an opportunity to do another one sometime in the near future. Things are a little bit busy at the moment. But if you would like to make a private booking for a private reading just for you, then jump on the website at sensingangels.com and go to services, and you'll see the different readings that are available, and you'll be able to pick a time slot that suits you for a reading. Yeah, so if you're only just joining us or only just joined us, we're about to finish, and you can jump back to the start of this video and watch the readings for the collective. There's 3 of them at the start, just 3 short ones. Yeah. I'm Jodie from sensingangels.com. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye-bye.